guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Um, in the last video I talked about how to use the embeddings with a vectorized database to query your own data. Today I'm gonna play that scenario a little bit further because for me, for example, it was always an issue if I wasn't in university and I had to rewatch the videos to get up to date. Let's say I didn't know when the actual exam was, and the guy said, "Yeah, you gotta be in my lectures, otherwise you won't get any information." Obviously, I could just ask my classmates, but on the other hand, um, if that would be other information I wanted to know, it would be hard to always ask. So today I'm going to use the Whisper API of OpenAI, which basically transforms yeah, audio data, for example MP3 or M4A, into natural language or text. We're also going to use the Chroma vectorized embeddings DB or database, which I used in the last video as well. Then we're going to use the embeddings model API of OpenAI and LangChain. So let's get started. Firstly, I want to talk a little bit about my code. I use Python, but you also can use JavaScript for that tutorial. Yeah, already tried to play around with it. Let's talk about the Whisper exporter. So what it basically has is one method to get the text out of the MP4 audio data, and then it adds everything to an array that we can later on create a text file out of that, which we then vectorize, load it to the database, and then ask questions with LangChain. So yeah, I iterate over all the files which are based in files. I got 4 different files. 3 I recorded by myself. 1 is a video from YouTube. All the files then get transcribed to text, and the toText method will just save it to a text file, like you can see here. The ask the audio is basically the file where you vectorize the text to with the embeddings model from OpenAI, and then save it to the database. From there on, we're going to use the LangChain module to query our question. So we get the closest neighbors, like I talked about in my previous video. And so yeah, let's start. First of all, I have a little question. What's the secret? I was talking about a secret. Yeah, to get back to the other example, my professor or my lecturer was always talking about the date of the actual exam, which I was interested in, but I was talking about a secret. So let's ask the audio. What's the secret? The secret is that it would be awesome if you could follow me on YouTube. Thank you, guys. But next example, so I used a Grafana setup tutorial video where I used the audio and yeah, saved it in the embeddings database. What can I do with Grafana? Let's see if it knows that. With Grafana, you can download, install, and set up a dashboard to visualize data stored in a database, and so on. So what I want to tell you is that you can now use the Whisper AI API, LangChain, Chroma, and some Python code to basically query everything, every YouTube video or every recording you have. You can ask questions based on it. In the next video, if you would like to see more, I could even make a video where you query something, like you ask the question, what's the secret, and then you also get the information that was said in the video number 1, for example, in minute 5. So then you can go to the video and rewatch it. If you want to know about linear algebra, it tells you, okay, minute 5, so you start at minute 5, and you don't have to basically waste your time to rewatch everything and skip through the video. Yeah, and I think that's it. So it's around 50, not even 100 lines of code, and you basically are set up to ask questions about your recordings. You could do a diary, like, hello, yeah, today is let's do another one. What day is it today? I was talking about the day today, and let's see if it knows it. It's Tuesday, April the 11th. How is the weather like? I was also talking about the weather here in Germany. I don't know. Well, I talked about it, but as you can see, you always have to give a little bit more input. I used I use data which is very limited, so I talk about the weather and a little introduction in not even 1 minute, and the Grafana setup is a longer video. But I hope you enjoyed the video and you see the powerful APIs you can now use with just a little bit of code. If you have any questions, please let me know. As I said, it would be awesome if you could subscribe to my channel and like the video. See you next time. Thank you.